Okay, welcome to day 20. We had to move from where it's a long story. We had to move. Let's make it that easy. I've been loading up day 16 now for you guys. Once again, itch noses as soon as I start recording. Anyway, we're going to go down to Naples, because between here and Naples, we got like a 3.5 hour drive or so, avoiding the tolls. And Naples is not a place that I really want to hang out for a long time. In fact, I just want to get there and do what I gotta do and then get out of there. You'll see in today's video, hopefully if we get there in time, parking is atrociously expensive and dangerous. I'm really worried about the car being broken into, so an expensive parking garage is gonna cost like $30 for 24 hours, maybe more. And I'm not even gonna want to spend 24 hours there. So I'm not 100% sure what's gonna happen. I've been taking my time this morning getting ready because we got pushed back so far late last night. But we're going to go down to Naples, and then we're just going to try to skip out of there and go down to Pompeii and spend a night in Pompeii, and then start off right early in the morning on Pompeii and get it going. All right, let's do this. Well, we're on our way down to Naples, and this is Nettuno. I don't know. Trying. Anyway, looks pretty nice. I was gonna drive down the coast. That was my idea, but it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good for time. It looks like it's gonna take a while to get down there. The Google Maps is saying 3 hours. I don't mind 3 hours because I like to dip in and out of Naples really quick. I've already been to the Archaeological Museum in Naples. It's great. But I don't really need to go back. I don't want to drag you guys through that really either. I'd rather drag you through Pompeii. Anyway, gotta put in those long dramatic pauses there. Oh, we gotta go right instead of straight, I guess. I don't know. Oh, we got a car. I don't know what we're doing. Once again, spaghetti. It's just spaghetti on the roads. There's no real rhyme or reason. Gotta go around that area to come back over here into this area, and we don't know why. But at least we got there's a Lidl. Never mind the church. There's a Lidl. Oh, there's the police. Better slow down. So we might have to get on our freeway and abandon the coast. Is basically what I'm saying. This is not pretty at all. I'm turning this off. Okay, so this road hasn't been paved since the Roman times, and we're stuck behind the creepy white van. And there's no view. I think we're just gonna have to go pay some tolls, get on the highway, and expedite down to Naples. I'd like to hit up. Well, I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I got something special planned, at least for me, and hopefully you'll like it too. Well, guys, we'll change of plans. I just don't have the energy to deal with the crime, the sprawl, getting there late, paying $30 plus for 24-hour parking, which is like the best garage you can find, possibly for the safest, that's in the best location. So I'm just going to go straight to Pompeii, which means today isn't that big of a day for the video. It's more of a transition day. It's 5 hours of driving or whatever, and stopping along the way because I just had dinner. I don't know why my nose is so red. It must be sun. I swear I wasn't picking it. But I did put on sunblock earlier today when I exercised. I didn't show the exercising because don't want to see that. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go to Pompeii. I'm just going to Pompeii. I'm gonna go to Pompeii, find my place to sleep, set up, publish more videos, get fully rested because I'm drained, and have a big day for Pompeii for tomorrow. And we got, check this out. The lights are just went off. There we go. Fully charged through the battery pack for the drone. So we'll see what we can get. Hopefully the weather is good tomorrow. It is cloudy. I don't know the weather. I haven't looked at the weather forecast. Anyway, we'll see what this place looks like when we get down there, okay? Well, if you're curious what it looks like in the middle part of Italy going down to Naples, mountainous. lot of hills. And so, yeah, kind of hard to see it from this angle, but I thought I'd show you a little bit on the way down. Still cloudy, it hasn't rained. There's your weather update. Look at my GPS. This is the way I have to go to get to Pompeii. The blue line, all that thick blue line. This is the example of spaghetti. So I just pulled in here right now because we're about a minute away from where the optimal place to spend the night is, but this is looking pretty good right here. The fact that there's two other cars here, they're in decent shape. There is this exclusive residence sign right here, which I'm not too happy about, so I might have to take off. But really, it's okay, because the main reason I came here is to show you that mountain right there, which, if I'm not mistaken, should be our first glimpse of Vesuvius for this trip. Tomorrow, if there's no cloud cover, hopefully there won't be, we'll get a much better shot, especially with the drone. So, we're waiting in line. Things have changed in 22 years. Last time, ticket office was right here. You just bought one and went right in. So, this is what it's like now. Okay, so this is the main entrance, and we're already on the Roman road. And we were over there at the Biglietteria, the ticket stand. So that was about 20-25 minute wait to get those tickets. Should have bought them online, but I don't trust all the websites trying to sell them. So we're just gonna make our way up here and go on in. So right away here we can already see the dividing blocks that were separating the carts. So you couldn't bring your cart into the city because you couldn't get it past this, or your chariot or whatever. In other words, it's a traffic control device. So this was a sanctuary to Venus, but it was looted after the eruption. As for that statue, I'm pretty sure that's modern, so disregard that. So from here you can see that the excavations are still continuing. Back in 2002, a third of Pompeii had yet to been uncovered. And so it's still continuing. We may be able to go over there. I don't know how much energy I'm going to have. Also, we have to go over to Herculaneum, which is going to be awesome as well. So if I'm correct, this is the Decumus Maximus, which is the east-west main road. I walked this 22 years ago. As far as I can remember, there was no paved part on the sides. I'll have to look at my old photos. Here we have a basilica. By the way, there was no writing at the time telling us anything about anything back then. So it's nice that they put up some signs finally, but it gives you an idea of the grandeur of this place. We're still inside the basilica, just making our way around. Believe it or not, I actually missed this last time I was here. How did I miss that? I don't know, but it's my first time seeing it. I think because I just plowed straight ahead and didn't look to the right or left. So the basilica is basically the palace of justice, where the courts were held and you conduct legal matters. These columns were never finished. They are actually left that way because they weren't done building when Vesuvius blew up. Okay, when they would have finished these, they would have covered them with marble dust, which is fascinating to make them look good. So the white material on the stone is marble dust that's been attached to the columns, so to give it that better look instead of it just being like cement or just the regular stone. There are tons of tour groups here. This is just insane amount of tour groups. It was never this busy before. That's Vesuvius in the clouds. You can't see it. So here we have an old fountain, but the face is no longer attached to anything. And so water came out of somewhere and went in there somehow. So you can see this beautiful mosaic here. We're in a house, and each one of these rooms is basically a bedroom. And where that family is standing was a shrine. That room was a shrine right in front of where they're at with the tour guide over there. That's how I know that, because I listened to what she just said. Anyway, but these mosaics are really phenomenal, beautiful. And the fact is, we're even walking on a tile right now, which they're allowing us to do, which is fantastic. Now, in the center of this house, this would have been a fountain, just to let you know. So I want to show you this real quick here. Do you see that face? It's actually the head of a lion that they carved into this temple, which was actually where you perform sacrifices to the gods, so that way you could get what you wanted. Here we have the sanctuary of Apollo, or what's left of it. This here is the old temple of Jupiter, and it's at the north side of the main forum. At the time of the eruption, there were 20,000 Romans living here, 40 bakeries, 30 brothels. Now, one other thing I'm going to show you real quick here, if you look at this column that's still intact with the marble on it, you'll see some destructive blasts here. Get up closer here. If you can see those, that's from World War II. Unfortunate, but it happened. Okay, they gave us a map, and you can see just how big Pompeii is. Now, when I came in the first time when I was 23 years old, I walked in through the Porta Marina down here. Hold on, okay, so the wind is blowing. We came in through the Porta Marina 23 years ago, or when I was 23 years old, I should say. I walked all the way over to the amphitheater over here, through the main Villa del Albandanza, came all the way over here, and then came all the way back out, because there was no exit over here at the time. And now, at the same time, 22 years ago, they hadn't uncovered this part up here, markers 4 and 6, or no, 4 and 5. And so all of this now has been uncovered, and they have a lot more up here that hasn't been uncovered yet that we have yet to see. I'm gonna double back from the Villa Mystery over here. We're gonna see all this, double back, and we're gonna go back through all of this again and see it all. We've already seen this part in here. Okay, so just letting you know, that's what we're doing. Okay, now we have this beautiful fresco, and it wraps around the wall here, but this is the area of the food market. Hopefully you can hear me over all the tourists. And we're trying, I don't know.
This is a man.
Yes, thank you. Do you want to tell me more? What do you know?
Notice how short he is, and if you would scan this with X-ray, you will see the bones inside. This is a real body. And this is a plaster.
Say that a little more slowly.
It's a real body.
No, the part before about the real bones and what did you say?
The bones are inside, the skeleton is inside.
Yes.
So this is a plaster cut. They fill the mold left by the shape of his body, by the flesh of his body.
Right.
The plaster of Paris, and they had this. But where are my guests? There.
Wasn't this the Garden of the Dead? Is that what they used to call it? Anyway, so this is what happened when Vesuvius blew. Basically, they took a plaster. As the volcanic eruption, the pyroclastic flow hit Vesuvius, these people were caught in the flow and died like that. And then what happened is there was a cavity, and in the cavity, they then put plaster in and took a plaster mold of the body. So that's what you just saw. So we just saw the beautiful mosaics there, or at least not mosaic, geez, I'm saying the wrong word again. So we just saw these beautiful frescoes. I'm going to try and get another close-up shot because they're looking at the bodies before. There's just too many people to show anything. Once again, we do have another water runoff as well in the main meat market here. Or I should say food market. It wasn't just meat, but all kinds of food they would sell. I don't know what the point of the pillars is in the middle. I have yet to find that out. So I was tagging along with this woman because she just told me all that stuff before, which I knew, but she was telling me more. And then she happened to make it right. And I was like, oh, I'll make it right. And she pointed this out, and it's a symbol of you know what. And it's actually, don't think of it the wrong way. It's supposed to be good luck. So there you go. So what we have here is more Roman tracks of chariots and carts. Okay, as you can see them coming into the city here, going down this road. But what we have, if you were to follow this out, it goes out to one of the Roman gates leaving the city. So this is where a lot of traffic came in, bringing goods and such. And if you look over here, you have a great example of all the marble that they've used around Pompeii. And there was about 40 different types of marble that were used, including coming from Greece. So from this far northwestern road, we actually have this well right here. And you can tell by the front of the well, even though I've got people talking right behind me, sorry. These are bumpers to stop chariots and stuff from hitting the actual well. And you can tell it's like some sort of falcon or hawk, and it looks like it's got in its mouth a rabbit or something. Hard to tell, but this was one of the public fountains. So this was a bakery, and when they unearthed this, they found 80 loaves of bread still being, cooked. That was, you can call it toast, basically. So this is what a bakery would look like. By the way, I never saw any of this when I was here. I missed out on a ton of stuff. Okay, so this is a mill and a bakery. And what they would do is you pour the grain into the top, and then you have the pegs for pushing. Either donkeys or slaves would turn the stones and grind the flour, and you get a little bit of stone in there as well. I'm hoping you can see that in the distance. That's the top of Vesuvius, or I should say part of the top. It was probably more of a pyramid, and it got blown. In fact, the first eruption was actually just a smoke going 20 miles into the sky. And then that was the first indication. So if you saw that and knew it was happening, that would have been time to run. But most people didn't know. Staying again on this side of the street, you can see the sidewalks here actually. And they actually had plumbing underneath the sidewalk. And the fact that there is a sidewalk is because when you brought your carts in, the animals would defecate on the road. And you would keep your feet dry by staying on the sidewalk. So multiple purposes. Pretty smart engineering. So here we have a good example of a roadblock. Okay, for this is supposed to be a pedestrian only. And the reason this would stop your chariot or your wagon from going down the street. So it's a traffic barrier. Here we have traffic. Here we have no traffic. So in my history, I don't know this exactly, but anytime I see a circular temple, it's either a temple to Vestal Virgins or it's a temple to Castor and Pollux. And you can see that was rounded there. So just FYI. And we have Latin inscription on this bench here, which is absolutely beautiful as well. We're going down to the Villa Mysteries. We're on the far northwest side of of Pompeii. And supposedly this is the best part. It cost me an extra €8, unfortunately. What else can I tell you here? So I also found out that Pompeii was built 600 years before Vesuvius blew. So this city was well established. So we have here the Villa of Diomedes. Just a very beautiful Roman house. So the Villa of Diomedes here was actually outside the perimeter walls of Pompeii, and is actually a huge villa, and with multiple stories, obviously. It actually has another name, and it's named after an inscription of the man who died here. So we have another beautiful shot here of Vesuvius. So now we're entering the Villa Mysteries. You're gonna see some fantastic frescoes. Mysteries. At least one of the rooms. Look at those frescoes. Beautiful. Look at that garland, almost like the garland of flowers there. Sorry, somebody's listening to something. Not our audio guide here. Just gonna walk right through it here. I want to touch it, but I mean, 2,000 years old, buried for, 600 years or more in ash. Look at this. Look at that, the three-dimensional imagery with the shadowing. Do you see that? Those three-dimensional? I hope so. Boy, these people are talking really loud. They're allowing us to walk on this, but look at the stonework. One thing you'll notice is the red really stands out, and the red seems to last longer than any other color on the frescoes. So, even today, even in the center, doing excavations. Along with all the tourists. So this is the growling dog entrance to the house, the mosaic. Unfortunately, we have a lot of reflection here. Trying not to show it to you guys along with everyone else. So now this is the thermal bath. along with every other tourist. Be nice if they just waited for me to walk through, but nope, they got to crowd through.
Was a donation. But I told you, not it's from Pakistan. Yeah, usually before the elections.
So it's not just a pretty arch. This was actually had a reservoir, a cistern on top of it, and what is a part of the aqueduct that bring water downhill to the rest of the city and the forum down there. This is the House of the Faun, and it's the largest house in Pompeii.
If your feet stay on the black one, take.
So the House of the Faun here had 40 rooms, covered 27,000 square feet. Quite amazing. So this is Alexander fighting King Darius of Persia, and the original is in the Museum in Naples, but this is just a copy here. It was found here. And we have some restoration going on as well. Good to see. So what we have here, even though it's not just a cage, you see down below, these are actually ancient lead pipes that carried water. Difficult to see through the cage, though. So this is the House of the Veti, and it was two wealthy merchant brothers. Only with the balance of money and fertility or health can you enjoy the abundance of life. That is the interpretation of the fresco. So this actually collected usable water through the roof right here. It was not a bathing area. And we have these giant money boxes as well, flanking both sides. So this is the kitchen, okay? And we even have an old lead pipe right here still attached to the wall. And a little small pantry area is the Venus room, where we have some kind of activity happening on the wall. I can't tell. Maybe you can tell me what's going on in the wall there. So, yeah, if you want a sexy pantry, now you got it. We're at the farther northeastern side, and this is where you have to begin to use your imagination as to what else is buried underneath all that pyroclastic flow that debris you can still see in front of us, because that road just keeps on going there. This right here in front of us is actually a cistern, Castellum Aqua, so the water pouring there from the aqueduct as well. So 22 years ago, I could walk all the way across this, no barricades, no other people, none of this garbage right here, none of this stuff. You could see the whole darn thing go up on top of the whole thing, do any part of it you wanted. Now it's all barricaded up, gated. It's got this, it's got that, it's terrible. So this was the gymnasium, the gym, outdoor gym area. When I was here 22 years ago, there was none of this. You could walk anywhere and then bolt things into the ground. Very disappointing. It's hard to understand just how big this place is, but when you see a street like this that goes all the way down, you kind of get a little bit of an understanding.
This person look like
because these were all captured. All captured people.
I don't think so.
Housekeepers, gardeners, all hand labor was made by slaves at this point. Gladiators, or people working here, of course, in the language. How could they call people? Oh, just like a book. Just exactly. What it was, you see? That's why the coach should go there. Now remember, you find a bone behind here, and then you know the story, what's wrong. And then you try to explain what's your favorite thing. You don't understand it. Then you're in trouble. Not that much when you go in here. Because once inside, you have the menu.
Okay, look, I don't have a lot of time to say this. Okay, I'm almost out of power and everything. Phone, this, the GoPro. Yeah, there's. Anyway, we're done. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll go get some food. Maybe I could, if I have any kind of power, I'll try and record that maybe, and any pasticceria. It's been, let's see, hold on. As of right now. Okay, we did almost 7 miles. I'll be 7 when I get out of here, and 1,200 calories. 6 hours, 12 minutes. So it'll probably be about 6.5 hours when I fully get out of here. But that's